Last night, just before bed, you probably sweetened something without thinking twice. Maybe it was tea, maybe warm milk, maybe a small dessert you allow yourself because after a long day you've earned it. But here's a question most seniors have never been asked. What if that sweetener you use at night is quietly helping your eyes repair themselves while you sleep, or slowly making your vision worse without you realizing it? Because after 50, and especially after 60 and 70, your eyes become incredibly sensitive to what happens during sleep. This is when your body repairs delicate tissues, restores blood flow to tiny vessels in the retina, and clears out oxidative stress that builds up during the day. And one of the biggest silent disruptors of that nighttime repair process is the wrong kind of sweetness. Many seniors notice the signs without connecting the dots. Blurry vision in the morning, dry eyes that take hours to feel normal, trouble adjusting to light, worse night vision, or that feeling that your eyes just feel tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep. Tonight, we're going to change that. In this video, you'll discover the top 4 sweeteners that don't just avoid harming your eyes, but may actually support eye health while you sleep. When used correctly and in the right amounts, these are sweeteners that help reduce inflammation, protect tiny blood vessels in the eyes, and avoid the blood sugar spikes that quietly damage vision over time. And we're starting with one that surprises almost everyone: raw honey. Now, before you dismiss that idea, let's clear something up. Honey is not just sugar, and when seniors use the right kind of honey at the right time, it can support the very processes your eyes depend on overnight. Here's why. As we age, oxidative stress becomes one of the biggest enemies of vision. Oxidative stress damages the lens, weakens the retina, and accelerates age-related eye conditions. Your eyes are especially vulnerable because they're constantly exposed to light, screens, and environmental toxins. Raw honey contains natural antioxidants, compounds that help neutralize free radicals before they damage eye tissue. These include flavonoids and phenolic acids, which have been studied for their role in reducing inflammation and supporting cellular repair. Unlike refined sugar, raw honey still contains trace enzymes, minerals, and plant compounds that work with your body instead of against it. Another key factor is blood sugar stability. When blood sugar spikes at night, it doesn't just affect energy levels. It thickens the blood slightly, stresses tiny capillaries, and interferes with circulation, including the microscopic blood vessels that feed the retina. That's one reason seniors with fluctuating blood sugar often experience worsening vision over time, even if they don't have diabetes. Raw honey, when used in small amounts, causes a gentler rise in blood sugar compared to white sugar. This means less nighttime inflammation and less stress on the delicate vessels in your eyes. Now let's talk about how seniors actually use raw honey safely. This is not about spooning half a jar before bed. The amount matters. For most seniors, 1 teaspoon is enough. Some even use half a teaspoon. That small amount is enough to satisfy the taste buds, calm nighttime cravings, and deliver antioxidants without overwhelming the system. One of the best ways to use raw honey is in herbal tea before bed. Chamomile, lemon balm, rooibos, or ginger tea paired with a teaspoon of raw honey creates a calming effect on the nervous system. When your body relaxes, blood flow improves, including to the eyes. Better circulation during sleep means more oxygen and nutrients reaching the retina, which supports overnight repair. Some seniors also mix raw honey into warm water with a squeeze of lemon. This combination supports hydration, which is critical for eye lubrication and tear production. Dry eyes at night often lead to irritation and blurry vision in the morning. Hydration plus gentle sweetness can make a noticeable difference. There's another benefit many seniors don't expect. Raw honey may help reduce nighttime cortisol, the stress hormone. Elevated cortisol interferes with sleep quality and tissue repair. When sleep quality improves, eye recovery improves too. Now, a very important note. Not all honey is created equal. Many grocery store honeys are heavily processed, heated, and filtered. This removes most of the beneficial compounds and leaves you with little more than sugar. For eye support, look for raw, unfiltered honey. Local honey is often a good choice. It should appear cloudy or slightly crystallized. That's a good sign. And if you have blood sugar concerns, always monitor how your body responds and talk with your healthcare provider. Used correctly, raw honey is not about indulgence. It's about intentional sweetness that supports your body instead of stressing it. And this is just the beginning, because the next sweetener on our list doesn't raise blood sugar at all, yet still satisfies the desire for sweetness that so many seniors crave at night. Now let's move to the second sweetener, the one many seniors turn to after being told to cut sugar, but few truly understand how to use correctly. Stevia. If you've ever tried stevia and thought, "This tastes strange," or "I'm not sure this is actually good for me," you're not alone. Many seniors give up on it too quickly, not because stevia is the problem, but because of how it's processed and how it's used. When chosen properly, stevia can be one of the most eye-friendly sweeteners available for seniors, especially at night. Here's why. One of the biggest threats to aging vision is repeated blood sugar spikes. Every spike creates inflammation and damages tiny blood vessels throughout the body, including those that feed the retina. Over time, this contributes to blurred vision, poor night vision, and increased risk of age-related eye decline. Stevia is different because it does not raise blood sugar. That alone makes it valuable for seniors who want sweetness without stressing their eyes overnight. But stevia does more than just avoid harm. Stevia comes from a plant, and the compounds, responsible for its sweetness, called steviosides, have been shown in laboratory studies to have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. That means they may help reduce oxidative stress while your body is in repair mode during sleep. This matters because the retina is one of the most metabolically active tissues in the body. It uses a tremendous amount of oxygen and energy. When oxidative stress builds up, retinal cells suffer first. By avoiding sugar spikes and reducing inflammation, stevia creates a calmer internal environment, one that allows eye tissues to recover instead of constantly fighting damage. However, here's the critical part most seniors are never told. Most stevia products on the market are not pure stevia. Many are mixed with fillers like maltodextrin, dextrose, or erythritol. These additives can raise blood sugar, irritate digestion, and cancel out the very benefits you're trying to get. That's why some seniors feel bloated, notice blood sugar changes, or experience discomfort after using stevia, even though the problem isn't the stevia itself. For eye health, purity matters. Look for stevia products that list only stevia leaf extract as the ingredient. Liquid stevia drops are often the cleanest option, because they require fewer fillers. Now let's talk about how seniors can use stevia at night in a way that supports vision. One of the simplest options is adding a few drops of liquid stevia to herbal tea before bed. Chamomile, peppermint, or rooibos pair well with stevia and create a calming effect that supports circulation and sleep quality. Some seniors also use stevia in warm almond milk or oat milk with a pinch of cinnamon. Cinnamon itself supports circulation and blood sugar balance, which further protects tiny blood vessels in the eyes. Another overlooked benefit of stevia is appetite control. Nighttime sugar cravings often push seniors toward desserts or snacks that spike blood sugar right before bed. Stevia can satisfy the taste for sweetness without triggering that cycle. When nighttime cravings decrease, sleep improves. When sleep improves, eye repair improves. And there's another subtle benefit. Stevia doesn't feed harmful oral bacteria the way sugar does. This helps reduce inflammation in the mouth and bloodstream, which indirectly supports eye health. Chronic low-grade inflammation anywhere in the body eventually affects the eyes. Now let's move to the third sweetener, one that feels indulgent but can actually be eye-supportive when used with care. Date syrup. Dates have been used for centuries as a natural source of energy and sweetness. When whole dates are gently cooked and blended into syrup, they retain much of their fiber, minerals, and antioxidants. This is important because fiber slows sugar absorption. Unlike white sugar or corn syrup, date syrup doesn't hit the bloodstream all at once. That gentler rise in blood sugar means less inflammation and less stress on the tiny blood vessels that nourish the retina. Dates are also rich in minerals like potassium and magnesium. These minerals support nerve function and circulation, both essential for healthy vision. The optic nerve in particular depends on proper mineral balance to transmit signals from the eyes to the brain. Date syrup also contains polyphenols, plant compounds with antioxidant properties. These compounds help neutralize free radicals that damage eye tissue over time. For seniors, the key with date syrup is portion control. This is not a free-for-all sweetener. 1 teaspoon is usually enough, 2 teaspoons at most. Used at night, date syrup can satisfy cravings and support relaxation without overwhelming the system. One popular nighttime option is adding a teaspoon of date syrup to warm milk with a pinch of turmeric. Turmeric supports inflammation control, and the warmth promotes relaxation and circulation. Some seniors prefer date syrup in caffeine-free chai or herbal blends that include ginger or cardamom. These spices further support blood flow and digestion, which indirectly benefits the eyes during sleep. However, if date syrup is overused, blood sugar can still rise too much, so mindfulness is essential. Now, before we move to the fourth and final sweetener, let's pause for a moment. So far, you've learned that sweetness itself is not the enemy. The problem is how sweetness interacts with inflammation, blood sugar, and circulation. During sleep, the right sweeteners calm the body, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce oxidative stress, creating the ideal conditions for eye repair overnight. And the final sweetener on our list does something unique that the others don't. It supports gut health, which plays a surprisingly powerful role in eye health as we age. In Part 3, we'll reveal this fourth sweetener, explain how gut health and eye health are connected, and show you the ideal nighttime routine that combines everything you've learned into one simple habit. Before moving on, take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already. Every week, we share simple, natural strategies to protect vision and stay independent as we age. Now let's talk about the fourth and final sweetener, the one that connects eye health to something most seniors never expect: your gut. As strange as it sounds, the health of your gut directly affects the health of your eyes. And as we age, this connection becomes even more important. The sweetener we're talking about is blackstrap molasses. Unlike regular molasses or brown sugar, blackstrap molasses is the thick, dark syrup left after sugarcane has been boiled multiple times. What remains is not just sweetness, but a dense concentration of minerals that support circulation, nerve health, and cellular repair. Blackstrap molasses contains iron, magnesium, calcium, potassium, and trace antioxidants. These nutrients play a role in oxygen delivery, muscle relaxation, and blood vessel function, all critical for the tiny capillaries that nourish the retina. But what makes blackstrap molasses especially interesting for seniors is its effect on the gut. As we age, gut diversity declines. This affects how well we absorb nutrients, including the ones your eyes depend on. Poor gut health can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation that silently damages tissues throughout the body, including the eyes. Blackstrap molasses contains compounds that can gently support beneficial gut bacteria. When gut health improves, inflammation decreases. When inflammation decreases, the eyes are under less constant stress. This is one reason some seniors notice improved energy, fewer nighttime cramps, and even clearer thinking after adding a small amount of blackstrap molasses to their routine. For eye support, moderation is key. 1 teaspoon is enough, sometimes even half a teaspoon. A common nighttime method is stirring blackstrap molasses into warm water or warm plant milk. The warmth helps relaxation, while the minerals support overnight recovery. Some seniors combine it with ginger or cinnamon, which further supports circulation and blood flow, helping nutrients reach the eyes while you sleep. Now let's bring everything together. You don't need to use all 4 sweeteners at once. In fact, rotating them often works best. One night might be raw honey in chamomile tea. Another night, stevia in warm almond milk. On colder evenings, date syrup or blackstrap molasses may feel more comforting. The key is intentional use. Sweeteners should support calm, stable blood sugar and relaxation, not spikes and crashes. Here's a simple nighttime routine many seniors find helpful. About 1 hour before bed, turn off bright screens. Blue light strains the eyes and interferes with melatonin, the hormone that signals repair mode. Prepare a warm, caffeine-free drink. Choose 1 sweetener, just 1, and keep the amount small. Sip slowly. This tells your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Before bed, drink a small glass of water. Hydration supports tear production and prevents dry eyes overnight. And finally, sleep in a dark, cool room. Darkness allows the eyes to rest fully, and cooler temperatures support deeper sleep when tissue repair is strongest. Many seniors who adopt this simple routine report waking up with less eye strain, clearer morning vision, and fewer dry eye symptoms over time. Now let's quickly review the 4 sweeteners. Raw honey provides antioxidants and gentle blood sugar support when used in small amounts. Stevia offers sweetness without blood sugar spikes and helps reduce inflammation. Date syrup delivers fiber, minerals, and antioxidants that support circulation and nerve health. Blackstrap molasses supplies minerals that support gut health, circulation, and tissue repair. Each one plays a different role, but they all share one important quality. They support the body's natural repair process instead of interfering with it. And that's the real secret to protecting vision as we age. It's not about extreme diets or expensive supplements. It's about small, consistent choices that add up over time. If you've been struggling with tired eyes, blurry mornings, or worsening night vision, this is one simple place to start. Tonight, choose one sweetener. Use it intentionally. Pay attention to how your body responds. And remember, your eyes don't age overnight. They respond to what you give them day after day. If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with someone you care about. And subscribe to Senior Health Today for more natural ways to protect your vision, stay independent, and enjoy life with clarity. Now tell me in the comments, which sweetener are you going to try tonight? Your eyes will thank you.